All right, Shalom. Before we begin, let us give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the Lord's elect, teaching in truth and sincerity for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. I'm the brother Malachi, and with me,
Brother Tazayawan.
Yeah, we're the brothers from the Gms Birmingham Count. You know, ultimately coming to preach the words of Yahweh by Shema Shai and to ultimately declare the end, man. You see, because the things that's taking place on the earth is all a build up into the kingdom of heaven. So you got it out.
This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 21 and verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
You see, and what things, man? See, speaking of prophecy, you know, when prophecy started to come to pass on the earth, in which this is the theme of the times that we in, such as now, where the Lord is fulfilling biblical prophecy, man, from famines, wars, the MOTB, the pestilences. And which this the message from the prophets of old concerning, you know, the ancient kingdoms, those great kingdoms, you see, in which that same word is being preached today against this great kingdom America of wars, pestilence, and evils, and ultimately is going to bring forth the end. You know, you can read it again, Baba Shah.
This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 21, and verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
You see, yes, and our redemption is drawing nigh, man. The Lord is bringing forth the kingdom of heaven while simultaneously tearing down America, man. You see, and that's going to be the thing. When America collapses, it ain't going to be like a period of time like this nigga Esau came out with the dark ages. You know, he like to say it was a period of time where history wasn't recorded. But that ain't going to be the thing, man. You see, in ultimately, that period of time, that so-called dark ages was a period of time where Jake was ruling in the earth, man. You know, but he don't want Jake to have that information. But yet, this ain't going to be the thing when America collapses. It's just going to be a period of time of no rulers, you know, sticks and stones. No. Once this place go down, the kingdom of heaven is going to rise, man. You see, and it's already rising simultaneously because the Lord is restoring the house of David. You know, Baba, if you can get Amos 9, I believe that's verse 11. The Lord tell you how he was going to build up the house of David. You know, and the Lord, he's starting with the prophets, starting our apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. The Lord is setting us in order before the eyes of the devil, man. Our enemy, so-called white man, Esau Edom. You got it.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, and verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David.
And what day, man? We in that day.
Right.
The tabernacle of David being raised up. You see, starting with the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone on down to like-minded brothers. That's continuing in the apostles' doctrine. You know, you got it.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I'll raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
You see, and Lord willing, we the ruins of David. You know, the house of David that's being built up here in these times. And ultimately, you know, we was going to come with a message. You see? It wasn't like the Lord was just going to build a house up and then just leave it there to stand. No, the house is going to be an active house, man. You know, active tenants. An occupied house. You see, and within this house, the occupants is occupied in prophecy, man.
Right.
You see, if you can get Matthew 24, verse 13.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end.
It's like 14.
This is St. Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world.
And this gospel, you know, this good news, these glad tidings, which entails the destruction of America. But yet with that destruction, you know, the Lord is preparing a place where righteousness, a place for righteousness to dwell, in which this is going to be the kingdom of heaven, man. You see? So this is what the gospel entail. And, you know, the place of our enemies is going to be under our foot. Just like as of now, we under his foot. You see? So the Lord's going to give us the neck of our enemies as well. This is what the gospel entails, man. You see? And this is what's being preached, promoted throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, but the climax of it is the destruction of America and the return of our Lord Yahweh Shah. So you got it.
Khan. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
You see, and this is how we know we at the end, because the word is going forth, man. You know, and it's all towards this current place, America. You know, a place where tells you about that place where wickedness come from. If the place where the evil is sown pass not away, you see, and this puts America on the scene, man, because this place promotes a way of life that's adverse to what the Lord is expecting in the earth.
Right.
You know, and it's a recompense for it, man. You see, and that word recompense means to pay back. Mean back. Compense means to pay. You see. So the Lord for to pay Esau back for the you know, the destruction and the wickedness that he done spread throughout the four corners of the earth. And these things is being made known through preaching this gospel, because even that word preacher, you know, to preach is the ultimate say before, man. You know, so we prophesying of the destruction of this kingdom, which is gonna usher in the kingdom of heaven, man. See, you got more.
Oh, that's it.
Come. But yeah, you know, just a quick hit. Lord willing, it was edifying. I have to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Chakodash. A double honor side teachers, the apostles, and the other bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect. Till next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom.